And it melts like butter. With that, we finally get to hit the long-awaited button to dismantle the Hre. Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and welcome back for part 5 of Finland to Rome. Are we gonna end up forming Rome today? Probably not, to be honest. But I don't think this whole thing is gonna take more than another episode or two, so if you're enjoying the series so far, then why not subscribe and make sure you don't miss those ones either. Of course, leaving a like will help to promote this absolutely blessed timeline to the rest of the EU4 community, so dropping one would be much appreciated. And with that, let's deal with a couple of the problems I've left us with last time. The truce with the Ottomans is gonna last, a whole 15 years, so we have plenty of time to focus on something else. Alright, I think it's around that time we finally clean up Scotland. Alright, all those cores are done and I'm making money again. Feels pretty nice. Alright, I think I can full annex Scotland now. Which should, at this point, fix the little mistake I made here a little while back. There we go. Let me just get rid of some colonies because I'm not very good at colonizing. Alright, well there's a second colony for the Finnish Empire. Looking pretty nice. And I think it's time to get rid of Cyprus finally. Ooh, Novgorod separatists. Those are a little bit weird these days, but I guess I'll have to deal with them. Well, Cyprus is done anyway, so I can go ahead and deal with that now. Alright, I think it's about that time that we take down Milan and try not to make a coalition in the process. Might as well bring in an ally or two. They don't have anything else to do. Ooh, a coalition is starting with Denmark. Of all people. Huh. Well, let's try and nip that at the bud. This one's not looking so positive. But we're surprisingly doing well. Alright, now we could full annex Denmark, but do I really want to? I could. I mean, it isn't that much AE. I'm sure I can take it. Besides, it gives me a little bit more of the Lubeck trade. What else could I possibly ask for? Let's see if I can win this battle. Should be a pretty big one. There you go. Alright, this is probably the best we can do. I'll take Wien and these two provinces, which gives me much easier access to the Balkans. Doing it this way takes a lot less AE, so I think this is probably the best peace deal I can make for right now. Alright, there we go. So, we've taken Wien, which is another city on our list to forming Rome. I can also say we've angered a massive portion of the Hre, so we're probably gonna have to lay off a little bit. Judging by my governing capacity, though, I'm probably gonna have to start making satellites after the next Diplotech. Well, currently the coalition isn't actually too big. I could fight it. I think I'd much rather fight Spain right now, though. So I can just pick up the south of Italy. Alright, now I think that's all the coalition members that I can join for now. I don't think there are any other countries in the world that can, and I'd be pretty comfortable fighting this thing. You always love to see the imperialism pop up. Really just makes my day. And there goes annexation of Savoy, which is exactly what I needed. Well, seeing as I have literally nothing better to do, and now I have imperialism, I might as well use it. That'll get one player out of the coalition, so that works for me. Well, this has evolved into a massive problem. I don't think I can get there on time. Well, on second thought, I can definitely get there on time. Alright, well, I think that's the entire Papal State army just gone. And there goes Rome. Alright, as for the Papal State, well, I could just take Rome. If I did this, though, that would decrease my AE by a lot. Alright, Genoa would give me that one province, and that's the only province I need. Thank you. And next we have Epirus. However, instead of taking this whole thing, I'm probably going to end up taking these 3 provinces instead. I'll take your money and I'll take this amount of land, which shouldn't put me over 100, but I don't think I can be bothered to check. Alright, thank you. Alright, well, now we can actually see the decision to form the Roman Empire. I actually don't have every province in Iberia. Could it be this one? Ah, it's this one, of course. Okay, well, that's not so bad then. Alright, well, the truce with the Ottomans is coming up in 4 years, so if I'm gonna fight a coalition war, I should probably do it right around now. Finally, I think I can take this stuff from Spain now. So, that should kick them out of the old world entirely. I think at least. Wait a minute. Huh. Okay, maybe not entirely then. Well, I guess Spain gets to keep a little foothold in Europe. Ah, sure. Although that does put me pretty high over that overextension threshold. Alright, well, we're gonna keep this guy in southern Italy for some pretty obvious reasons. We're gonna have you in Iberia, I think. Actually, it occurs to me Greece would make for a pretty good march. I'm wondering if I just want to release them and give them their cores back, because they do have quite a few cores. I mean, I don't really see why not. I'm just gonna lose 1 core, but I mean, that's fine. Okay, Greece, you can have 1 little province. Well, I wouldn't mind allying the Teutons, actually, because they're an elector, as far as I'm aware of, so that would bring me a little bit closer to dismantling the Hre. Sure. And all those cores are done. Ah, I've taken Wien. Well, that's inconvenient. Truce with the Ottomans coming up in a year and a bit. I'm gonna want to make sure I have all my stacks over there. Now, of course, the Ottomans are looking pretty healthy. 300,000 men, 200,000 manpower. So, as per usual, I'm a little bit scared of them, but if we remember back to last time, I was scared of them for practically no reason. Just gotta make sure I do have every single army with me. Well, you know what they say. When in Rome, be sure to get rid of 1,000 years of tradition. Alright, truce with the Ottomans is done. Let's go for reconquest. Let's go for whatever this is. Well, that's 1 fort down. Let's see if I can bring some men over to the Balkan side. We seem to be having some problems there. Looks like their armies are melting like butter, though, just as expected, so that's some good progress. Oh, there goes another one, and Constantinople is saved. Can't let it fall another time. Another fort. Let's move over here. Now what are we getting? Court and country? I can't possibly imagine why. Don't worry about it, though. It will literally just solve itself. Alright, there goes another fort like butter. Let's head over to this one. And another fort done. And there goes another stack wipe. RIP. 7% siege? That's a joke. There's no way I just got a 7% siege. And there goes another Ottoman stack. Is it really too much to ask for one of you 3 to get my dynasty? I've had these royal marriages for like hundreds of years. I guess at this point it wouldn't even be worth having the French one. A PU wouldn't really do much for me at this point. Alright, there goes another fort. Alright, now this could end up being a really big battle. Sort of depends on if they get there or not, though. Huh, who knows, maybe it is, since I can't really get there to reinforce easily. Well, they're locked in. I guess it's gonna be what it is. And we still won. Well, that was easy. Oh, apparently we had a fight here. I didn't even notice. Looks like we won, which is good. But man, maybe I should pay more attention. Well, there goes another fort. Dude, is that another 7%? This game loves me way too much today. Alright, let's go for another stack wipe on this guy. Bop. Oh god, that's so disgusting. Bop. And when this war is all done, it looks like we'll get quite a few people out of this coalition. They're probably only in still because I went ahead and started a war with, like, the second great power, so that makes sense. Alright, so the war has officially gone on for so long that even the Scottish Columbian troops have somehow found their way over here. Can't imagine that was very much fun. but I'll always accept their support. Now apparently I'm demanding Rhodes without actually occupying it, so, well, you know what we're gonna have to do. Alright, well that siege is gone. And Rhodes is done. And I think with that I can finally start carpet sieging somewhere around here. Alright, there's another fight over there. Bop. Oh my god, an entire stack gone. And once again, to show you the power of Finland, I'm gonna saw this Ottomans into, into 5 pieces. Well, that is a sight to behold. And for me, it's really just 57% overextension, so feels good. And I really did think that the coalition would disband, but I guess not. In fact, Genoa decided to join. Oh, you cheeky little bastard. Also, I've gone ahead and grabbed another city, so, I mean, we're really making progress now. I don't expect this to take longer than, like, 1760. Or, you know, even shorter, depending on how it goes. This whole coalition thing, yeah, this is a problem. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Let me just reload and see if I can get rid of it. Oh, hey, is that a new microphone I have? Actually, no, it's not. I just got an audio interface, so it sounds a lot better, but it's not a new mic. You are gonna hear things sounding a little different for the rest of this episode and the following ones, though, so hopefully get used to it. So, anyways, I had the idea of dismantling the HRE recently, because I realized it would be extremely easy to do so. And that's because I can ally every single other elector. I'm already allied to the Teutons, but if I ally Thuringia, Volgast, Friesland, Holland, and in a moment, I just have to wait until this is done, Landshut, then yeah, that's pretty much it for the HRE. And I did load up this save for the first time in like 3 weeks, so I'm kind of hoping that on unpause here, things take care of themselves. Alright, looks like the members of the HRE here don't want to leave this coalition, despite a lot of them being positive and outside the plausible threshold for being inside this coalition. But I mean, that's cool. I think I'm also going to get started on allying those HRE members. Who knows, maybe if I ally a whole bunch, then people will forgive me or something? I don't know, we'll find out. Alright, truce with Austria and Milan are up. That means it's time for me to declare on Austria. Make sure they don't join that coalition real quick. And yeah, my Diplo relations are gonna hurt for a pretty long time. Alright, sorry Austria, but it is what it is. Yep, this is a pretty cursed diplomat mode. It's gonna be a little bit painful for a while. Alright, I guess I will call in France, even if it involves them taking a bunch of stuff. Alright, well that's one full stack down. And the new century of warfare dawns upon the European continent. And with it the Enlightenment, which I didn't spawn, unfortunately. Alright, there goes an Austrian stack. Let's see if we can get rid of these guys as well. Alright, looking pretty good. I think at this point we're pretty ready to peace Austria out. Now, I could separate peace people for their own land, but the amount of AE that gives me is pretty ridiculous. If I do it through Austria, it's a little bit less. Alternatively, I could just ask for a truce, because honestly that's probably the best I'm gonna get from this for now. And if I don't generate AE, the hope is that my coalition should dissolve. One of these days, at least. Alright, that's one more elector down. Now all I need to do is be friendly with Landshut, and perhaps after that, I can ally them. And then I have to wait around 8 years and I can declare on Lüneburg. Yeah, now I'm starting to find it really weird that anyone else is still allowed in here. Like, you shouldn't be in here. You shouldn't be in here for sure. Alright, now that I'm allied with Landshut as well, all I need to do is occupy the capital of Lüneburg, which is in Celle. I don't really see a reason why I wouldn't declare on Aachen. We're in a trade league, but I don't think any of the electors are in here too. Or I could declare on Liège. Don't really see a problem with that. Yeah, I mean, I might as well. Finally a new heir, although, I mean, he's kind of so garbage. Is he even worth being my heir? Well, I could risk a PU just for a better heir. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, nice and easy stack wipe there. We can get Bohemia out real quick. Alright, the Emperor's capital is taken, and all that's left for me, well, Volgast and Holland for some reason. Don't know where Holland came from, but if I have to, let's hope we get this one over with nice and quick. Ah, and there goes the Dutch flagship. Alright, just one capital to go. And it melts like butter. With that, we finally get to hit the long-awaited button to dismantle the HRE. And with that, I'm finally gonna be able to peace out for a long time with people. Alright, we're finally done. The HRE is finally gone. And the coalition should further disband. Aw, there go my Protestant Empire effects. Alright, the coalition's disbanding, kinda piecemeal, but there aren't very many people who are even allowed in it still, so kind of wondering what gives. Well, it's not really like these guys are on my conquer list anyway, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. Alright, well there goes Munich. And Saluzzo, there it goes, finally. Finally done. Alright, this should go pretty well. The Commonwealth is weak. Papal State isn't that strong. Portugal is like 8 provinces over here, so let's do it. Alright, the coalition's almost completely gone, which is wonderful. There we go. A much better heir for the throne. And once again, in honor of one of our patrons, this one will be named Quarbite. Alright, all the parts of the coalition that matter have finally left, so I should be free to do whatever I like from now on. And the Great Horde finally falls. It was just a matter of time, and after all those years, I'd finally be able to retake this land. We're getting really close. Just a little bit more of the Commonwealth and we should be done. Alright, full annexation of the Papal States. Apparently they won't accept it if we make them pay too much money when they die. But I mean, okay. I do need to invade Venice anyway, so I should just declare on them instantly. Alright, rip the Papal State. That's mine now. And Spain left the coalition after I just made a really aggressive move. Alright, Venice is taken care of. And Firenze is finally done, which means it's full annex for both of you. Now, I'd just like to give a quick commendation to the absolute mad lad Chagatai we see here. They've gone ahead and invaded China, and pretty successfully too. Alright, next up is Ferrara. Don't you just love it when someone takes your fort right as you're about to get to it? Really just makes my day. And the Age of Revolutions is finally here. I wonder where it's gonna spawn. Hopefully not with me. I kind of don't want it, to be honest. Alright, I think I can do something like this with no problem, though. Oh, and there goes my Emperor. I guess the Queen's gonna take over for another 11 years? There are only 13 provinces left in Italy that I have to take, so I think I can just relax for now. Just another year and a half until the Ottoman truce is up. Alright, just a few months left now. I'm hoping in this war that we'll be able to take all of the Mashriq region, just that I no longer have to worry about it. Or I could just snake my way to forts, I mean that works too. Anyway, the only person that joined within that time period was Switzerland, so I guess Switzerland can have fun. And of course, Spain's gonna be in every coalition until the end of time. I mean, it would take literally 100 years for Spain to forget about what I've done to them, so... same thing with Portugal. It would take them half a century to forget about my, low-key war crimes, so let's just pretend that it never happened. A little bit overkill, but let's just get rid of that Ottoman stack real quick. Now, unfortunately, the Ottomans are actually being invaded by 2 people. So, this doesn't make my life very easy. This peace deal is gonna be a little bit chaotic. And there goes another Ottoman stack. Unfortunately, they are sending a whole lot over to me. Oh boy, I sure hope I get there on time. Doesn't look like it's gonna end very well for me though, but we're gonna try it. Oh, well there we go. Alright, I think I'm gonna wait for Georgia to piece this one out first. Because the Ottomans have been full occupied, well, more or less, I just can't take much. Alright, I'm gonna go straight after the Ethiopian capital, see if I can't get them out peacefully. Just sending a quick diplomatic delegation here. Don't mind the 53,999 other people that came with them. Ooh, it's time for some quick industrialization. Don't mind if I do. Alright, there goes Ethiopia's capital, but they're not looking to negotiate a peace right now. That's okay, because they have plenty of other land to take as well. And there goes the Ottoman fleet. RIP. Alright, I can get you out of this war finally. If I can take it for that alliance, then I will. Doesn't look like they're willing to do it yet. Remember that time earlier I said, I love it when the AI takes a fort right as you're about to step on it? Yeah, just that, but, you know, again. Doesn't really help that it has 42 defensiveness. That's really not helping, man. Alright, now we're probably gonna do fine if I just, you know, take care of these troops. And RIP. Looks to me like this is practically what's left of the Ottoman army. So I'm gonna need a few stacks just to take care of that really quickly. Alright, this should be the grand final battle to destroy the Ottoman army. It looks like it almost did its job, we just have to chase them down. And there we go. Unfortunately, they're allowed to pass through here because they're allies, but I'm not allowed to pass through there, so I can't chase them forever. But then maybe these guys can just fix things up a little bit. Oh, well, kind of like that. And that's the last of the Ottomans. I feel like they've been 100% occupied now, and I'm just gonna have to wait for Georgia to peace out. I mean, they're doing pretty well, 71% war score. Georgia, please, I have a Roman Empire to be forming. I can't have you sitting here forever. Well, Georgia will eventually get tired of being at war, and they should peace out. In the meantime, I can't even draft up a peace deal or else it just looks sad. Oh, on the bright side though, the coalition's disbanding. I guess they realize that I'm not fighting literally anyone. I'm just waiting for a peace deal. I have max ticking war score. I have call for peace, which is giving me a ridiculous amount of war exhaustion compared to normal. Georgia, please, just send the goddamn peace. I need one war per region, basically, so one for Mashriq, one for Anatolia, one for the Balkans. So I still have 2 more wars to fight, so Georgia, please, would you like to, you know, peace out, maybe? Okay, now this is just ridiculous. They have max ticking war score, they're not gonna get any extra, what are they waiting for? Okay, this is by far the stupidest thing I've been a part of. I'm gonna go do something else. Of course, right as I say that, they finally peace out. And that is a thick Georgia, I have to admit, but they have, overstepped their boundaries a little. Well, no matter to me, I'm just gonna end up taking a bunch of this land. Alright, well that's every single province in the Mashriq region. I'm just gonna clean up the borders a little bit as well. Alright, this seems like something I can work with finally. Western Europe's looking a little less west than I remember it. Yeah, as I suspected, I didn't think that was gonna work out, but that's okay, because I can just, you know, release Iraq anyway. Alright, that should work just fine. Give them a little bit of land, and I'll core up the rest, no problem. And just to add insult to injury, I'm gonna sabotage the Ottomans' recruitment as well. Alright, so that's the Mashriq region taken care of. Also, the Great Horde is afraid of me, which is kinda cool. So if I improve relations with them, or for instance gave them a gift, they wouldn't be able to join the coalition. Well, that's a little bit awkward. They're in the coalition, but they're friendly, which means they're not outraged. And they had positive opinion while doing so. Okay, paradox math, sounds good to me. Alright, so that one other thing I wanted to go do was actually, invade Holland now. Because finally, I'm gonna take Zeeland, the one province that I require. The rise of a pretender, well, that should be no problem. They're both in Mitau, though, for some reason. We've apparently also, upset some people, so... Revolutionaries are gonna give it a shot, but I'm not gonna let them survive. don't really feel like going revolutionary this game. I don't know what it is, it's just... I don't feel like it, I don't know. Alright, well, let's declare on Holland and see what we can do with this. Also, it kind of looks like Brunswick is, more or less dead, so I'm probably gonna ditch them as an ally soon. Oof, and now the Ottomans are getting invaded by the Timurids. Yikes. It's a little bit unfortunate. And time for the final government reform. I think we're definitely gonna go for that maximum absolutism. Now, Milan's probably also gonna join this coalition, but there's not much I can do about that. Alright, well now my capital's 50 dev, so if we have enough points, and if I wait long enough, we might be able to get unrestricted coring, and then I can full annex Holland, and if I do that, I'll probably get a massive coalition. But if I survive that, then I'll get their massive colonial empire, which is quite extensive in size. As it stands, that might take about 8 years though, which is kind of a long time. So we could just keep them occupied for 8 years, I guess. But really, there's no problem with waiting a little. If I brought Silesia into my current war, I could declare war on Croatia and full annex them. It also gives me an opportunity to slap the Ottomans once again. Actually, why don't they just declare on Georgia now that I think of it? They have some of the land that I need, and it would bring a jam out of the coalition. Alright then, let's get started. I just love Napoleonic warfare, don't you? Alright, there we go. That's one fort down. You're attacking me? Really? Well, that was a stupid idea, wasn't it? Huh. Alright, there goes a part of the Commonwealth. We should be able to piece someone out pretty soon. Alright, the Commonwealth would leave with no problem. Alright, there goes the Commonwealth. Alright, we've got to get there before they grab the siege. Statistically, they're not 100% likely to get it. Well, if I'm lucky, now that I've grabbed unrestricted conquest, I might be able to just barely piece this one out with their full annexation. Oh, that was a bit of a stressful one, considering they're right on the capital with a 42%. But just barely we can make this one. Ah, isn't it just beautiful? Alright, I don't actually need that much from you. It really is just this, and then we can leave you alone for now. I think we're gonna head out, Georgia. Alright, so we've taken care of the Mashriq region. Most of Anatolia is done, we just have a little bit left to go. And then the Balkans, and then France. And that should be it, now that we've taken Zealand. Unfortunately, these guys are being forced to pay pretty extortionate amounts of money, so... Oh, and the Ottomans are no longer a valid rival. RIP. And actually, if we're at war with the Ottomans and I can call Silesia in, that would make it so that I can declare on Croatia as well, so... And it's time for the next tech. And the next idea group, which I don't know if I need one. Yeah, let's go for that siege ability. Everything else is pretty secondary. Nice siege over here. 92%, that was fun. Ooh, I can construct the Suez Canal. 20,000 ducats though, Don't know if I really want to do that. Ooh boy. Restrict the grain trade. Increase the likelihood of revolution? Don't think so. Not today. And then I can full annex Croatia. This doesn't seem like the brightest of ideas. And then of course we have Trebizond and some various territories of the Ottomans to be taking. So, sure. Well, we've gotten a lot done this episode. The Ottomans are on their last legs. We've taken the Mashriq region. Italy's almost done. The Balkans are about halfway to 2/3 complete. Anatolia's almost complete. We have France to take down, and that's pretty much it. But I hope you enjoyed episode 5 of the Finland to Rome miniseries. We'll be coming back next time and hopefully forming the Roman Empire. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the wonderful patrons you see up on screen, starting with the General tier with Quiet Guy, Brennan Arsenault, Torvald, and Farron. Those in the Prince tier, Natsuki, Rockbox 2020, and TFLJ Martis. Those in the King tier, Chewy Shoot and Quarbite. In the Elector tier, Drunk Binary. And in the Conqueror of Worlds tier, The Watcher. Thank you guys so much for your pledges this month. It means a lot to me, and you're helping to move this channel forward much more than you know. Truly, I cannot thank you guys enough.